All right, Jess, we want to show our viewers this image to our monitors from the International Space Station, looking at that storm from high above. An incredible view, an ominous view of what is expected to be a devastating storm. Let's go from that vantage point to down on the ground, Daytona Beach International Airport, also preparing for impact there. They're one of several airports in Florida that just now have suspended operations prior to Milton making landfall. Similar backdrop more than 50 miles west in Orlando. CBS News national correspondent Manuel Bojorquez joins us now. He's got the very latest. Manuel, Milton gets closer every minute. We can see that looks like you're getting wet now. What is happening? Even though you're a little more inland, you will be feeling the impacts as well.
Yeah, this is likely to still be a hurricane when it comes through the Orlando area. As you noted, the rain has started here, but we have not seen the worst of Milton yet. That could happen in the overnight hours. And the big concern here is not necessarily storm surge, but still the risk of flash flooding from all the rain that's supposed to hit the Orlando area. Already this morning, the airport here in Orlando ceased operations at 8 a.m. No more commercial flights in or out until they are able to safely operate. The theme parks also adjusting their hours today. Disney closing at about 1. The other parks here, SeaWorld, Universal, saying they would adjust hours, and likely all of those parks will remain closed tomorrow. What you have here in Orlando is a combination of residents who are hunkering down looking for gas in these very last hours before it hits, but also visitors who may become stranded, who maybe weren't able to get out, having to hunker down at hotels or shelters, and evacuees from the West Coast who are trying to get away from the storm surge are staying here. Many of them said they stayed there during Helene, but that was so bad, and this storm is anticipated to be even worse. They did not want to take their chances. Reed?
So we also understand that the airport there is going to be available for emergency planes and personnel in the Orlando area, at least. Have you noticed people preparing from that vantage point, or are most people just evacuating?
Yeah, what we have seen is most people just trying to get to higher ground. Yes, the airport is closed to commercial flights, but there's a hotel in that airport. And there we talked to people who said, look, in 2022, when Ian just kind of brushed this area, they had flooding in their homes. And so these low-lying areas of Orlando, people are not wanting to take their chances there again. So they've gone to places higher ground, hotels that are bigger and tougher buildings to ride this one out. Memories just flash back from all of those painful storms that people have endured. Ian did so much devastation, not only in Orlando with flooding, but of course you remember to Fort Myers. And Fort Myers might get another direct hit, not direct, indirect, I should say, but a bad hit when it comes to the storm surge that could come with this storm there. So really wide-ranging impacts to the entire state almost when you consider the fact that down in the Broward County area, South Florida, you're already seeing those tornadoes spin up as well.
Evan, coast to coast and streaming worldwide, this punctuates what we say is our heartbeat. We are live in your communities. Manuel Bojorquez, please be safe. Thank you so much for telling the story of thousands there in Orlando.